Welcome, gymnastics fans. We are so excited to have you with us tonight. We have a jam-packed meet with 4 teams here. Of course, University of Minnesota, the home team, Air Force, Northern Illinois, and West Virginia. We are going to be your hosts for tonight. My name is Caitlin Rayon, and we have...
I am Lexi Ramler, Gopher alum, graduated from 2022.
And here we go. This is Marissa Jenks, first up for the Gophers on vault.
Oh, that was awesome.
Awesome. Great landing. What a way to start off the rotation.
That's such a strong way to start off a rotation, absolutely. That was great to see.
Watch her spot the landing. Find that stick.
That happened in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely moves really fast. On bars for Northern Illinois, looks like we have Alana Anderson.
Great dismount there. That's an incredibly hard dismount. Double flipping front tuck, and at that blind landing. As she spots it, just that really small foot scoot at the end. Great routine for Alana. And we're back in the vault with Sophia Nguyen. Great form from Sophia. Got that nice height off the vault. Was looking for, I think, a little bit more distance away from the vault.
And as you can see, she over-rotated just a little bit, so did take that step back as well.
And we get a sneak peek of the floor here with West Virginia. This is Kiana Lewis. Great double back. And that was her third pass. That's a difficult third pass to end with. Requires a lot of endurance and strength.
I was gonna say, I thought that was her first pass with how high up she landed and everything. That was great. That was awesome to see. On bars here for Northern Illinois, we have Emelise Knock.
Wow, huge vault there from Lauren Pearl. You could see her
have a lot of extra power, so did have a little over rotation there, but overall it was a good vault. Switching over to Air Force on beam here.
And this is Sarah Mora. Wow. She was so patient with that landing.
So patient.
Like you could tell she was like, should I? And then was like, nope, just gonna sink in.
Saw the ground and just showed the judges this is 100%.
Great vault from Sarah. Nice dismount there for Maggie. That was that round off 1.5.
Again, also a blind landing. So definitely a little bit more difficult to find that landing, find that stick. Switching to Northern Illinois, we have Hannah Drelick.
And she was able to hold on to that landing just a little. Chest fell for a second there, but that was a really difficult full twisting double back. That is an E rating, so nice bonus there. An all-arounder, ranked 20th in the NCAA right now. a very difficult 1.5. So the previous vaults you saw started at a 9.95. That means that's the highest the gymnast can score. In Gianna's, that starts at a 10.0. So the judges start deducting from there.
So she was a little under-rotated, so that did cause her to take that step back. But overall, it is a very difficult vault as well.
And this is Kylie Green on the beam for Air Force.
Switching back over to bars here. Blind full to double back. Did take that little bit of a step. And that was Maya Hooten on vault.
She does that difficult Yurchenko 1.5. And Maya was a little bit over-rotated, which means she was taking that step forward. Judges actually prefer to see that because it shows that they're stepping in the way that they are moving, which is a little bit less deduction than stepping backwards. Great routine for the Mountaineers. And this is Megan Steensland. She's in an exhibition spot. Nice Yurchenko full there. So what this exhibition spot means, each team will put up 6 gymnasts on each event. 5 of those scores count, and they have an option to do 2 exhibition spots. That just helps.
I would also say probably by this point of the season, most teams have their lineups kind of solidified, just from all, competing. I mean, we're almost headed into we are heading into championship season after this. So I would say most likely the teams have it kind of solidified, but still great opportunities to gain that experience for these athletes as well.
Yeah, especially for the freshmen on the team, getting them more comfortable being out there and ready for next. Really nice first handstand there. And a huge Jaeger.
Getting ready for that dismount. Really nice double
Great
leg.
landing.
Definitely something that you're looking for on those landings is chest up, and she did just that. She did not move.
Great routine for Northern Illinois there. And this is Kimberly Kincaid on the beam.
Nice side summy.
Straight-legged side summy, right?
Yeah.
Difficult switch side there.
jump connection there as well.
She had no problem hitting that 180-degree angle in her jumps and leaps. That's what the judges are looking for out of all the gymnasts here tonight. And going into a pike gainer off this end of the beam. Great routine for Kimberly.
Just a slight hop, but overall, I mean, from what I saw, it was a pretty solid routine.
And this is Amber Lowe for West Virginia on the floor. Really clean double pike there.
That was a great way to finish. Yeah. Wow.
See her nice height off the floor, straight legs in the air, and spotted that landing.
And you could really see how much her chest was up too. I think that's also super difficult going into your last pass. You know, kind of going through after a full routine and then, you know, being able to land with your chest up like that too. So that was great to see.
Great showing for Northern Illinois on the bars. We'll make sure we do a score recap at the end of the rotation. But I believe they hit 6 for 6, so that's great. That means they just get to drop the lowest score and use those 5 scores as their team score on bars. And this is Gabriella Hartley for Air Force on the beam, just finishing up her routine. She has a gainer, a back twisting full off the beam, landed with her chest just a little bit low, so that'll probably be a 10th deduction along with that 10th for the step.
But a very difficult dismount as well. You know, you're trying to flip off the side of the beam, but not land on the beam when typically you want to land back on the beam. That was definitely a skill I did not learn. Really hard time.
Yeah, I just gotta go a little sideways.
Gotta go sideways, then you go diagonal, and the beam's still there. Just a little tricky.
Yeah,
so
gotta watch out for it.
Not a skill for me, but definitely a skill for her. So love to see that. So for those of you that are not super familiar with gymnastics, the floor is compromised, you know, how you kind of score, I guess, is you do either 2 or 3 passes. You also have a leap pass that's in there. Maybe it's sometimes 2 leap passes, just to kind of get that composition points there. But then also there's kind of this artistic piece. So kind of, you know, how engaging you are you looking like you're having fun, gymnastics being effortless. So definitely super fun to watch in college gymnastics. You see the teams on the side getting into it as well. Sometimes the crowd knows it. So definitely a fun event to watch.
Yeah, I would say it's the event the gymnasts get to show their personality the most, and the people that choreograph the routine, whether that's their coaches or it's someone that the team hires in to come choreograph, really in college. And this is Air Force's anchor on the beam, Ayla McKean. Good series there. You'll see every gymnast compete a series on the beam. So what that is 2 consecutive skills in a row. I would say that handspring layout step out is what we're going to see the most tonight.
Some other things that you'll see in a beam routine are a leap pass. This is what she's doing right now, is her leap pass there. You'll see some different jump connections, a turn as well, and then also a dismount too. And specifically looking in those leaps, as Kaylin referred to earlier, as hitting that 180 split is a huge thing that the judges are looking for there. And that was a
great dismount. Yeah. Awesome rotation for Air Force. I believe they hit 6 for 6 as well. It was a little chaotic tonight with all 4 teams, so apologies if we missed a few routines.
Overall, I think at this point of the season, truly that's what teams are aiming for, is hitting all of the routines, having no falls. That's probably more so where they're at, and looking to kind of build or increase or decrease their execution deductions, I would say. Had to think about that one for a little bit.
It's interesting how coaches plan this season, and of course every team wants to come out with a bang, but they want to make sure that they build as the season goes on. They also manage everyone's injuries and body and make sure that everyone feels like they're in peak form as it comes to the postseason, because that's really what it all comes down to, and what people want is that conference championship or an NCAA regional championship, or entry into the NCAA national championships.
Yeah, I feel like the biggest battle is just being there at the end of the season. I would say trying to maintain your body, stay healthy, but while still gaining that experience as well. So there's definitely a lot that goes into it, and each athlete has their own things going on, injury-wise, for sure. So great to see these athletes coming out here and performing how they are tonight.
Yeah, that was an excellent routine for West. And we're going to take a look again at that front through to double back. No deduction there on the landing. Impressive Wolf 1.5 there. Takes a lot of power off the floor.
Oh, for sure. That was almost like an open double pike.
She could have done double A.
I was gonna say, she started off so serious and so into her routine. On the sideline, she was smiling there and everything.
Great leaps.
Those were beautiful straddle jumps.
Yeah. You can tell she really thrives with leaps. She has so far 2.
And her first pass was huge, and her leaps were also huge as well. A lot of power in that second pass, too. Almost went out of bounds.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Exactly sure.
We weren't watching the floor, so we weren't sure if that flag went up. If it did, what that means is they'll just deduct a 10th off.
So lots of power. It's kind of hard from this angle, too.
Great rotation for all teams here in the Sports Pavilion. We have 3 more rotations, so make sure you stay tuned for those. We are going to go on a quick break of the 4 events. And Clara back on the floor going into her first pass. It's a Rudy, front twisting 1.5.
Marissa Jenks on bars from Minnesota.
Great release there. And she comes back, hits both of those handstands, hits that handstand moving down to the low bar. Awesome. Great routine from Marissa. And you'll hear Lexi and I all night. We've mentioned it many times before, but handstands is what they're looking for on bars. That's what really sets routines apart. And what that means is when they cast up, just having in that perfect straight body position, and they're not below handstand. If they're below handstand, that means they'll get a deduction.
Ultimately, the ideal position would be like if somebody is doing a handstand against the wall.
Yeah.
It's a straight line, and truly, I mean, it really stands out when an athlete goes up and just hits that handstand and holds. I really think it shows mastery of that skill, and everybody does it. So if there's a way that you can stand out, that's definitely one of them. Again, with that 1.5 dismount, having that blind landing, definitely is a little bit more trickier.
Nice. Swashnikova up to the top, and then a shoot over to handstand. Back to that bottom. She hits that handstand, the high bar, really nicely.
Really unique dismount there as well.
Great routine for Soraya.
Just that little step at the end there. But overall, if you've listened to me before, I mean, I love the unique skills in gymnastics. Bringing out, I think that's the other great thing about gymnastics too, is everybody has a different skills that they are better at, and they're able to do that. Not everybody can do a Tkachev. They're more of a Finger or a Jaeger individual. For those individuals who know what those skills are. But that's what, being able to really just kind of do the skills that you're able to master and show off. And it's a really unique thing about gymnastics.
Yeah. There is a huge book of all the skills to choose from, and then sometimes gymnasts make up their own skills, and then they have to compete it at a national competition, and then they could get their skill into the code of points, which is how every skill is made.
Yeah.
It's great that it's an ever-evolving sport. And so this is Ellery Werner on the beam for Northern Illinois. Great dismount there for Ellery.
This is Ella Suryork for Minnesota on bars.
A really nice piked Jaeger, directly connected. That helps get some connection bonus.
And again, talking about connections, is that blind full right into that double back as well. Did have that little bit of step, but overall, great routine. This is Sarah Willis for Air Force on the floor. Moving back to bars for Minnesota, we have Gianna Gertis.
And right before her, Jordan Leiden scored a 9.925. Well-deserved. That was a beautiful routine.
Gianna has a similar connection with a Maloney to shoot over as well.
Still a tad short there on that last handstand. A beautiful dismount, just a tiny little step forward. You know, she really wanted to hold on to that. We've seen her stick that time and time again. And this is Gianna Martignon on the floor for Air Force.
Really nice double salto pass there with a front lay front full. Switching to bars here, we have Maya Houghton for Minnesota with a huge Jaeger to shoot over, or overshoot, depending where you're from.
I called it a bail.
A bail?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Welcome to gymnastics. A little under-rotated there, really had to work, get that around. Still overall, I think, you know, was able to keep her chest up on that dismount.
I think let go just a little bit earlier than normal, which causes the gymnast to go out more than they're used to instead of up. She handled that really well, though. And that concludes the 6th gymnast for the Gophers on the bars. They will have 2 exhibition spots.
Up next to the Gophers on bars,
And this is Alyssa Alhashari. She had a really unique mount. She did a round off on a springboard, back layout, step out onto the beam. Very difficult. I also personally avoided risky mounts. I was like, I'm gonna safely get on the beam, and I like how she just goes for it.
I did play around, I would say, with that mount, with a round off layout on handspring lay, all connected.
Wow.
Yeah. Never competed it, but. That was Sophia Wynn from Minnesota in that exhibition spot. Was a little under-rotated on that dismount. Of course, a double A is a really difficult dismount just in general, so I had her chest down just a little bit there and kind of with that under-rotation, but great fight, great routine from Sophia. if you're looking at the scores, we are still waiting on scores from Minnesota, so those aren't the official scores right now, just for everybody's awareness, so just be patient with us. Really nice lead connection there. For Minnesota in the second exhibition spot, we have Sophie Schwartzmiller.
That was I don't know if something got caught with Sophie's grip, but
looks like she kind of peeled off the bar, and then I would probably say jarred her back.
Yeah, got the wind knocked out of her, I would imagine.
Yeah.
That is not a good feeling.
But coaches are there, athletic trainer is there, kind of checking her out as well.
This is junior all-arounder Isabella Cece on the beam for Northern Illinois.
That was fun to see. Round off, double twist to a stick.
Has their routine that they do before. Sometimes when it's a really long waiting period, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this routine again.
Just in case.
Yeah. Beautiful double pike. Really nice form in the air and sky high.
Did have some extra power, so did have a little bit of a slide back there, but for those viewers who were watching Bars, Minnesota, Sophie, just for everybody's an update, I would say she did get up and then walk off. So we hope that everything is okay. Again, she'll be with the medical staff, so they'll make sure that she's checked out and everything like that. Last pass there as well. Chest was really up. It's great to see.
So look at that double back. Does a great job of extending off the floor and pointing her toes mid-flip. And it looks like most routines are getting wrapped up here in the third rotation.
We are, oh, sorry.
That's okay. I was just going to say Minnesota's looking to focus in and regroup as a team. It's always hard when one of your teammates gets injured because you want to be with them, and you really have to come together and still stay focused on the rest of the meet. And I'm sure they'll do a great job at that.
And also looks like we are still waiting on scores from that rotation.
Yes.
That just happened as well. So once we get those updated, we will let you know.
Yeah, when all the scores are in after the second rotation, most teams kind of land within that 97, 98 range. And of course, gymnastics is a sport about perfection. So you see how teams are very close together, only a few tenths apart, and those tenths mean slight bobbles or one step or bent knees. And that's how close routines can get. This is Michaela Brown. She's the last competitor for Northern Illinois in an exhibition position. Really difficult series she did there, standing layout. Unfortunately, her hips were just a little off, so when it was a little crooked going into that second layout.
And for individuals that aren't super familiar with gymnastics, the balance beam is a very difficult event, I would say. So not only is it an apparatus that is 4 feet off the ground and 4 inches wide, so not even as wide as your phone. Some athletes can only, really, all, I guess, can only fit like a foot on on the beam. So there's that aspect that's difficult to it, to kind of stay on it. But there's also such a big mental aspect to the event of the balance beam as well that I think is half the battle, if not 75% of the battle for performing on beam.
Yeah, most athletes, when they get to this level, the beam feels like the floor. They can do all of their skills. It's really about staying in that mental zone that you need to be in to still do your skills like normal and not let the jitters get to you. And we're going to take a quick look at bars. This is Miranda Smith from West Virginia.
First up for the Gophers on beam.
Great double lay there, Lena with her chest nice and tall.
For Minnesota, we have Emily Cook starting us off.
Emily is one of the seniors on the Minnesota squad. Beautiful. Emily makes that look so effortless. Just really the goal in gymnastics, to make really, really hard things look easy.
Super unique skill from Emily as well. So not only does, do this skill and land on 2, typically I guess you'd see it on 2 feet, but she actually takes it, elevates it that next level and does it on 1 foot into a scale. And a stuck dismount as well.
That was an excellent routine. Honestly, Lexi, I didn't really see any deduction. She should start off the lineup with that 9-9, I think.
Yeah.
What a great routine to go out in the path with. Emily really takes that lead-off position, which the coaches really put someone who is consistent, scores well, and knows that they'll start the team off strong. And she's always done that for the Gophers really well.
Because there is some strategy that goes into kind of how they place athletes. They don't just kind of throw them up there. Again, being pretty strategic on that. The first athlete that goes up, wanting to be consistent, as a high scorer, really sets the pace for the team as well. And then from there, you just hope that each routine kind of continues and then builds, and then ultimately you get really nice score at the end.
Beautiful series there for Lauren Pearl. Lauren was named Big Ten Event Specialist of the Week last week. Really aggressive there on that leap pass.
Really beautiful leaps as well. Again, a huge thing that judges are looking for is that 180. And I think Lauren definitely went over that.
Definitely. Great aerial, front aerial. Just her dismount left. Wow. Gophers are on fire on the beam. I love Lauren's confidence and presence on that beam. That really shows through. This is Isabella Ross on the floor for Northern Illinois. Great routine for Isabella. Her and her teammates like that one.
To beam for the Gophers, we have Sarah Mora, and I believe Lauren Earl got a 9.95 as well. Those are two huge scores to be starting off on the beam lineup for sure. The smile of relief after the series.
I can relate. Wow, solid side aerial there. Beautiful. And Sarah did a straddle jump. You saw her stop and do some dance, and that was because she's just a little off on that straddle jump, and that was such a smart decision because then she was able to start her straddle three-quarter off straight and no deductions. Wow. That is another huge score for Minnesota.
I think that in that routine for Sarah as well, when she did do that straddle jump, pause, was a little off, did that dance, I think it really just shows how athletes are thinking on the fly.
Yeah.
In that split-second decision, they're deciding, oh, like little off, I'm going to redo it and kind of dance through it. So there's a lot that goes into performing a routine and being able to kind of work with what you got.
Yeah. Definitely. These athletes have been doing this for a long time, and they know what works best for them and what's going to get them the highest score.
Really big connection there.
Hey, Gopher fans, I have a secret. Up next on beam, Gianna Gertis!
Gianna Gertis up next for Minnesota on the bounce beam.
Gianna is that senior all-arounder for the Gophers. Beautiful. No deductions there. And you can tell she was slightly off on that, and she was like, nope. And then squared up her hips, got back in line. So very, very minimal deduction there. Beautiful ring jump. Really difficult jump. Most difficult jumps you'll see tonight is when gymnasts throw their head back or when they do a twist while they're jumping. Great routine for Gianna. That was awesome. The smallest little foot scoot there. It's going to be another big score for the Gophers.
I think it's so fun to watch teams that, you know, they're not just hoping to stay on the beam, but they're expecting to stay on the beam, and they're taking out all those little tiny deductions, right? They're really expecting to stick at the end. They're expecting to hit every single connection, kind of everything like that. I think that's so much fun to watch those routines and just how teams grow and how individuals grow when they compete as well.
This is Michaela Brown on the floor for Northern Illinois. And we're going back to the beam. This is fifth up for the Gophers, Katie Horak. Katie is a senior. She's from Minnesota, so has a lot of friends and family in the stands tonight. That was a very impressive series. Locked that in.
Beautiful pipe jump. This event, she has really blossomed, just kind of overall her whole career, and so it's just been so great to watch her this year. Really just find that confidence. Just a little step there, but
I'm like, this is a 10. This is great.
It was locked in. This whole beam team's got it going.
Yeah, excellent. No one on the Gophers has scored lower than a 9.9. I don't think Katie's going to score lower than a 9.9 either. This is another senior, Ella Siriord. Beautiful mount.
I would say that mount, if you consistently watch college gymnastics, is a little bit more common, I would say, but that does not mean that it's any less difficult. You're flipping backwards, trying to find that beam, hit kind of that upside down handstand position to get full credit for that skill. So super difficult mount there.
always wonder how gymnasts go about learning that skill. Like, do they just go for it and hope the beep's there?
This was also a mount that I did not decide to learn. But there was a few skinned noses and foreheads as I watched some teammates start to learn it as well.
Ella has moved through this routine so beautifully, so gracefully.
It's really just kind of flowing through the dance into the skills all the way through. Really pretty routine to watch.
Wow. Way to go. That is an amazing routine. She should be so proud of that. You know, she broke into the beam lineup this year, and now she anchors it and did a fantastic job this season.
I mean, overall, I just got to say, Minnesota on beam, wow. I mean, that was back-to-back. They really built off of each other, really kind of built off the energy, the momentum that they had. I mean, that's so great to see at this point in the season as well.
Some huge scores. I'm excited to see what Ella Seord gets. So far, without Ella's score, they have a 49.575, which would be the 4th highest in Minnesota history beam score.
Next up on beam from Minnesota,
Jumping in to Minnesota's exhibition position would be Jordan Leiden. Earlier, we kind of talked about how these exhibition positions are so important, getting that experience, seeing how routines score. At this point of the season, I would say, you know, again, most teams pretty much have their lineups kind of set, but anything can happen. And even though this Minnesota beam team is incredibly strong, and that's great to see, you never know. So always having kind of that next person in line ready to step in and just fill that next spot is critical and crucial.
And what you might have noticed that in Minnesota's lineup, they had a lot of seniors, and so they're really looking to bring the next generation into that beam lineup and keep a really strong beam team. Minnesota's ranked number 12 in the nation on beam right now. I imagine that's probably going to go up a little this week after that huge 49.625.
Wow.
And here Jordan goes for her dismount. Really locked in there. Great routine for the freshman.
Love how the whole team gets into the whole routines.
I know, you hear it just probably hundreds of times while they practice it, and so they know all the choreography.
I think there was always a joke on when I was on the team if we would just switch up routines. Because know each other's routines so well.
Yeah. And this is Emily Snock. A really difficult front layout. Rudy, so that's that salto skill. This is Megan Steensland in the 2nd exhibition spot for the Gophers.
Really solid series. A little bounce check there, but really was able to fight and stay on the beam.
Amazing. 8 for 8 on the beam for the Gophers. Very minimal wobbles. They've done a great job as a team getting this event honed in. And that 49.625 team score is now the 3rd highest team score on beam in Minnesota history. This is Jenna Blair. She's in an exhibition spot for Northern Illinois.
Round off handspring double pike.
Cute ending. I like that. Northern Illinois will have one more competitor on the floor, and that'll wrap up our 3rd rotation. It's always fun to feel the energy that the Maturi Pavilion brings at the University of Minnesota. Jam-packed house tonight, probably 3,000 to 4,000 guests. So an exciting meet, a lot of energy for a Sunday afternoon.
It's also true. But what a great turnout, I would also say, for these seniors too. To be able to, compete one last time here at the Maturi Pavilion with a packed house, always brings so much energy to the gym, the facility here. So great to see that for these athletes.
Yeah, and this is what they train so much for. I mean, these girls practice 5 to 6 times a week, 4 hours a day. And they've been doing that their entire lives. And this is where they really get to showcase all of their hard work and perform for a crowd. So the bigger the crowd, the better. Looks like we're just waiting on a judges conference here. So for each event, there are 2 judges, and each judge will give a score. And the final score for that event is the average of those 2 scores. Sometimes if the judges have different start values or the scores they think the routine should have gotten is greater than 2/10 difference, then they'll talk and try to see where the inconsistency is.
Talking through some of the overall scores for each of the teams. So Air Force on vault had a 48.375. West Virginia on bars had a 49.1. Minnesota on beam had a huge score, 49.625. And Northern Illinois had a 49.3.
So really solid rotation for all 4 teams.
pass there. As an ending pass as well. I always think that that's so impressive to end with the double back.
And that concludes our third
Yeah,
rotation.
they do a lot of training to make sure that they have enough endurance.
A lot of endurance training there, for sure.
Because they might be smiling the whole time, but inside they're like, breathe, breathe, breathe.
Oxygen, need oxygen.
All right, what a great third rotation we had.
For this last rotation as well, we have Northern Illinois on vault, Air Force is on bars, West Virginia on beam, and Minnesota taking it home on the floor.
And this is Miranda Smith, first gymnast up for West Virginia. Oh, she almost had that.
I was going to say that was going to be a really good fight
good
to stay on the beam.
So that'll be a 5-10 deduction. That's what a fall is on every event.
Gopher fans, first up, on Forest side, give some love for Soraya Johnson.
Finishing off her routine with a round off 1.5. Again, that's a blind landing, so definitely a difficult dismount to stick. But moving to floor here, we have Soraya Johnson.
She starts off with her double salto pass, does a front fold, a front half.
And earlier on floor, we kind of talked about the different things that every athlete needs, which is 2 to 3 tumbling passes and 1 to 2 leaps, I would say, or jumps in there too. But a part of the passes, they need to have a front skill and then also a back skill as well. So really nice to see that from Soraya there. Then they also need a double salto pass. So lots of things to consider when creating a full routine, all the things you got to do.
What a great start for the Gophers. She loved that, her teammates loved that. Fun routine to watch.
Looking at this vault that was stuck. That was great to see from Northern Illinois. Taking a look at Soraya's last pass there. Again, her chest was really up on that landing. That's a huge thing that the judges are looking for.
This is Emily Snock from Northern Illinois. Nice Yurchenko full there. We're going to flip back over to floor. Soraya Johnson led off the Gophers with a 9.925. And this is Leah Gonczarowski. Really difficult full twisting double back. That's an E skill.
Beautiful leaps as well. Round off 1.5 pump pike for her double salto pass. And ends with a double back as well.
A really difficult routine, starting with that huge pass, ending with a double back. Leah's only competed on floor 3 times this season. She's a freshman, and her career high is a 9.775, so that's definitely going to beat that.
I think a big thing that judges are looking for on the floor, as well as the control on the landings. And I think that Leah did a great job in this routine.
This is sophomore or junior Isabella Cece. A little far back on the horse there, but she was still able to get that nice block up and good distance away from the vault.
Turn your attention back to floor exercise. Make some noise for senior Emily Cook.
Emily had that amazing lead-off beam routine with a 9.95. I'm excited to see what she's going to do here on floor. So well controlled there. That's a really difficult front pass, even though she makes it look effortless.
I was going to say that was absolutely effortless. I mean,
yeah. She heads into her third pass. Wow.
Rudy to finish it.
What a night for Emily. Her senior night, and just had beautiful routines. Hope she's really proud of that one. You can see how straight her body is in the air, doesn't pike down at all. It's exactly what the judges are looking for. Looks like we're gonna sneak over to vault. This is Isabella Ross.
Lots of cheering over on floor. Emily got a 9.95.
Nice Rodchenko full there. for Isabella. So that now is a new career high for Emily Cook. What a night to have it.
Next up from Minnesota, we have Lauren Pearl. Again, Minnesota is really, I would say, building off their momentum from beam. It's contagious right now.
Yeah.
They have not scored anything lower than a 9-9.
Lauren extends her leaps and jumps. They're so beautiful to watch. It's really textbook. Her chest is up in her leap. Amazing. She was trying to go for that no lunge stick. So there's a little deduction there on that last landing, even though it was really well controlled. Great routine for Lauren. We'll see what the judges are going to do with that routine. Huge release move on the bars. This is Kimberly Kincaid.
Blind full to double back. It's a little step there.
Just needed to scoop it up a little bit more. So she lands with her chest up. Overall, really nice routine for Air Force. And we're moving over back to the floor. This is 5th up for the Gophers, Gianna Gertis. Gianna is a senior. And watch how graceful Gianna is in her dance. So effortless, beautiful, really stands out there. Front through to double back. A little bit too much power in that double back, so just kind of shuffled back. Probably a half 10th.
I'd say Gianna is definitely known for her gracefulness and flowiness all the way through. I mean, you see that on floor, you see that through beam as well. Lots of power on that double pike as well. Did have a little bit of a hop, straight up and down.
Great routine. Gophers have really been building each routine. They have one more competitor left. And I saw the big smile there on the ending. Always a treat to watch.
next we'll have Maya Hooten for senior night.
And everyone is on their feet in the pav.
Truly a performer on this event. Just her usual huge full-in.
Amazing. The teams that are done with their events are watching and cheering for her, which I love. And watch how she just extends through that front pike.
Getting ready for her last pass here.
Wow. That was even higher than normal, I think.
Lots of energy here for Maya Hooten. Great to see.
And everyone is chanting 10. Really sky high, tumbling. Maya's just doing Maya things. Really amazing.
Huge last pass. We got 110. And we have another 10 for the record books for Maya
Wow.
Hooten.
This is Maya's 4th 10, I believe. I wonder what the record is for college gymnastics. She must be getting up there. Go for legend. I hope she really enjoyed that routine.
All right, go fans, we need you one more time. We got one more competitor. On both sides, senior Ella Suyord.
Ella Suyord on floor.
Really difficult ring full there. I love that pass. People do a backhand or a back layout step out. It looks so floaty and graceful. Excellent second pass. What a night. What a 4th rotation for the Gophers. Team score of a 49.675. That is now their 4th highest score on the floor in Minnesota history.
super exciting to see. Again, Minnesota really took that momentum that they had from beam with a huge score as well, and really just kept it going, let it kick.
On to the results. We'll be recognizing the winner of each event. In the vault competition, we have a tie for first place, both with a 9.90. From Air Force, Maggie Slife. And for the Gophers, Sarah Mora. In the uneven bars, we have a two-way tie with a 9.925 from Air Force, Maggie Slife. And for the Gophers, Jordan Leiden. In the beam, we have a two-way tie, both with a 9.950. Both from Minnesota, Lauren Pearl and Emily Cook. In the floor exercise, winning the event with a 10.0 from Minnesota, Maya Hooten. Hooten. In the all-around, winning the event with a 39.40 from Air Force, Maggie Slife. In the team competition, in fourth place with a 195.125, Air Force. In third place with a 195.875, Northern Illinois. In second place with a 196 even, West Virginia. And winning today's competition with a 197.725, your Golden Gophers. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give all these gymnasts a huge round of applause as we move into our Senior Day celebration.
And we just concluded our awards ceremony. So they crowned an individual event winner for each event and then the team champions. Really strong.